So, welcome back to Faith and Friday. For the last case for this week, we are going back to Milwaukee. This case in particular is not as well known. I actually found out this case existed just scrolling through, and I just happened to find it due to like the alleged motive as to why the murder happened. And so I'm gonna give what I can, what is publicly known. I only have 3 sources for this one, but of course I'm giving what I can publicly. And so, yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna quit my rambling and let's go and get started. LaBria Brown was born on August 17th, 1995. And so it's said that when she was 8 years old, she was sitting on a couch with her step-grandfather's son, who was 10. And so they don't list the son, obviously, because he was like a minor. He's obviously an adult now, but at the time these incidents happened, he's a minor. So his name is not publicly listed. And so apparently, again, she's 8, he's 10. Apparently, her grandmother Thelma's there, and the 10-year-old apparently is like touching her inappropriately. Doesn't specify what exactly he's doing, but he's touching her inappropriately. And the grandmother had apparently saw this, but she wasn't doing anything about it. And so the grandmother Thelma apparently worked at a daycare. And so Labrina, she would often have Labrina with her. And then that same son who's like, he's approaching like his teenage years, he is there along with her siblings. And apparently Labrina is the oldest out of her siblings. On October 27th, 2007, Labrina would come home and find out that apparently the 4 girls who were between the ages of 4 and 7 at the time had apparently been violated by. So then, of course, she goes and tells her mother and her aunt, who both call her a liar, and they pretty much send her to bed. She goes to school the next day, and the principal apparently is asking her if she's still getting whipped, because apparently that was a previous conversation that they had. And so Labrina says yes, it is, and she proceeds to confide in her what happened the night before. So then, of course, the principal called Milwaukee Child Welfare and Police. So then less than 2 months later, one of the siblings, doesn't say the names because, again, they're all minors, so it's like protecting their identity. One of the girls apparently had bleeding in the underwear. That obviously was investigated, but the case was pretty much closed after the mother pretty much said that that child had fell off the bed. So then 2 weeks later, all the kids are over at a family friend's house. She's helping them get undressed and take baths and shit because, you know, they're young, they need assistance because they're not at the age where they could, I guess, take a bath by themselves yet. And she sees that at least one of the kids has scars and scabies. So then, of course, this family friend calls the bureau, and all they do is give safety services instead of just taking the kids away. But apparently on that same day, Robert Moon's son, again, we don't have a name because he's a minor. He's old enough to get charged, thank God. He is charged with 6 counts of sexual assault. He never legally gets charged with violating Labrina, so I guess I couldn't find evidence on that. But he's getting charged for something. He gets released and is actually allowed to come back to the house, but he's allowed to have contact with the kids. And honestly, these kids are still here. So apparently on January 6, 2008, he winds up violating one of the kids again, and that child goes to her teacher, tells what happens, and then just another felony charge is added to the teenager. So then the borough, of course, after you pretty much just violated a court order, now we're taking away the kids. The mom's like, okay, can they go stay at Thelma's because that's the grandmother. Didn't specify whether that was her mom or their daddy's mom, but like that's their grandmother, okay? And so I guess the court was like, fuck no. So they go send all the kids over to foster home. And then the kid, oh my gosh, Robert's son, okay, he gets charged with second-degree sexual assault of a child. And of course, as usual, these predators, they're given light sentences. He is only given a year probation. The first 5 months he has to spend at a sex offender treatment facility, and the 4 months after that, he has to spend at a halfway house. It didn't specify what the last 3 months are. I guess he can just do whatever the hell he wants, essentially. But he was still given day passes to go see his father, Robert. And then after his probation was over, he would go be with his aunt. And then his probation was extended to May of 2010. And so Labrina apparently is living with her father, apparently. And she was unhappy at this point, so apparently she's like run away like multiple times. Because at the time our story takes place, she's like 13, right? And so she wasn't welcome at her mother's house. She went to her grandma Thelma. In January 2009, apparently there was an incident where she got into a fight with her mom, and the fight was serious enough to where she got arrested. And then the bureau actually apparently had petitioned to just move Labrina out of the county entirely. So on the fateful day of August 8th, 2009, Labrina had went grocery shopping with her mother and apparently her step-granddad's step-granddaughter, Denitra Aldridge, So sorry, actually stepdaughter, not step granddaughter. Okay. And so Denitra and Labrina, after they helped bring groceries in the house, they're both eating cereal. And Robert said that Labrina could eat after Denitra's baby has been fed. Because apparently Denitra has a whole ass child. You know, she's a mother, let her get a break, let her eat. You can step in, help feed this child. So then Labrina apparently cusses him out. And so then Robert apparently responded by taking the milk from her cereal and pouring it down the drain, and then taking the rest of the milk into a glass for the baby, and he was going to take it to the kitchen. And then Labrina responds by grabbing a knife out of somewhere, and she winds up stabbing Robert, and she hits him in an artery, and then of course he dies, because you know an artery does some serious shit. So the police are called, they arrive, and Labrina's outside already waiting for them covered in blood. She says she isn't afraid to go to jail. She is charged as an adult, despite being 13, for like reckless homicide. She's placed on a $150,000 bond. And so her defense lawyer says that there were several instances, several police reports where the police had to get called because of those two. Did specify for what exactly was going on between those two. And apparently that was confirmed. And the judge that was presiding over the case, even though Labrina's like 13, so her name should have been released, he said, no, we're going to release her name. I guess because he just felt like what she did wasn't right. You did kind of kill the dude over some milk. So yeah, we're going to release your name even though you're 13. And yeah, it's just said that she gets out, she should get out in like 2028. And the murder happened in like 2009. So she should be getting out in about 4 years. That's all we have on that case. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of information. Literally got what I could. I would like to believe there wasn't that much information out because she was sent to a juvenile, but it literally said she was sent as an adult. So that's how all that information about her life is even public. I think I got most of the information literally like from the last source. So if you go look at the last source, you'll understand. So yeah, definitely know what you think down below. As far as the son, because I was wondering, you know, is the son even in jail? I don't even have a name, so I can't even verify the son's in jail, even though he's also an adult now. And so, yeah, definitely know what y'all think down below. If anybody has any similar cases to this, definitely know what you think down below. Do you think that she really pretty much killed him over some milk, or was it like, that was like the final straw? Because again, it said that the police had gotten involved in the past. Definitely know what you think down below. I definitely have my thoughts. Let me know yours. I upload videos 3 times every Friday. I'm here for you guys every Friday. And so with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you. It's stupid when I'm alone with